earlier you talked about your letter to the Attorney General, and I think you mentioned, it may have been a misstatement, Assistant Attorney Generals. Based on your previous comment, didn't you mean your concern was about the U.S. Attorney in Montgomery, Leura Canary, who's a Bush presidential appointee, and what specifically was your concern about her continuing during these latest indictments and so forth after 2 years after the election?
My personal concern is whether or not Ms. Canary has actually been held in the position for a specific purpose, and that is to perhaps prosecute the current folks that are under indictment, and if there are additional indictments coming down. If that is the case, then there's some impropriety there within the Justice Department in holding that appointment up and having a person to prosecute someone specifically by a Republican versus a Democratic appointed person in that position.
Well, I promised my last would be the final question, but just to clarify for those maybe not from Alabama, but you've got a Republican anti-gambling governor, Bob Riley, who's and a Republican U.S. Attorney's Office that's prosecuting mostly Democrats on claims of receiving bribes to be pro-gambling, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
And but that all, final question. That all sounds very convoluted. It's supposed to be the Justice Department where clear decisions are made without politics. So, are you hinting that there might be something that's serious going on, or are you just asking questions?
I'm asking questions to get some answers to find out if, in fact, there are, or perhaps might be, some improprieties going on. President Obama has nominated a person to replace Canary in Montgomery, and that appointment has not been effectuated. It has been held up. The question that arises from that, why is it being held up?